Hello everyone and welcome to the Iron Warrior Cosplay live stream with me, your host, Iron Warrior Cosplay. How are we all doing, chat? I hope we're doing well. Yes, that intro, I know. But we are back once again with another Iron Warrior Cosplay live stream, and I have forgotten to turn my light on. Bear with me. There's always something. But yes, here we go. Light. We have light. Anyway, so we are here. We are back. It is Iron Warrior Cosplay, the joy of chaos. And I would be remiss if I didn't say I really enjoy these streams. And I love that intro. Good. Time to use streams distract from work. That's awesome. Sammy Taylor, how you doing? Mr. Titan, Sam, you are number 1. We have Mr. Titan at number 2. And the Galactic Elephant, praise be unto you all. But yes, how you doing, Galactic Elephant? Doing really well. I have Yum Yum. Good. Nice one, Mr. Titan. You have food. Good man. Phone is charging. That's all good. Right. Awesome. So, what are we doing today? We are continuing with the Chainsword painting. It has been many a moon since I managed to get this thing like painted. Well, we did two streams on it. If I'm right in saying, I'm not 100%. Oh, I need to adjust my camera here super quick. That'll do. There we go. So this is what we're working on. I've got a camera up here. Fingers crossed, actually, I might be able to just bring you down a little bit closer. It's a little bit blurry in my opinion, but then it is just an older camera. It's an older camera, sir, but it checks out. So this is what we've done so far. This is what we've got so far. What I've done... Damn, that is louder than I want it to be. There we go. Let's turn that down. There we go. So I need to just double check super quick how loud the music is on stream. So if you guys bear with me just a moment, I'm just going to mute my... Where's my microphone? Let me just mute myself super quick and see if this works. Never mind, I got a goddamn ad. Sorry. I think that's a lot better. I've just turned it up a little bit. Oh my god, I didn't unmute my microphone. I'm so sorry. That was so stupid of me. Oh my god, that whole time? God damn it. Oh wait, did the space bar? No, it was the space bar. That's fine, so that wasn't too long. Okay, thank you. Whoa. Love it. Welcome, by the way. Right, what I was saying, sorry. How is everyone? I hope you're all doing well. It has been unbearably hot today. It's been unbelievably hot today. So much, in fact, that I have been, like I said, hydrating. I was holding a glass there. I've been hydrating. That's. I don't know how many of those I've had, but that was full of ice, and it was unbelievable. So I'm just going to check. Yeah, it's been muted. Oh my god, it's been muted quite a while. Oh my god, it's been muted so long. Man, I'm such a silly Billy. Never mind, I'm such a silly Billy. It's been. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. But at least I'm back now. Anyway, so it has been unbearably hot. It's been unbearably hot today. I have not enjoyed it, and I've been working out in the sun all day, and it has just been killing me. This workshop, on the other hand, is not as cool as I thought it would be. When I got back from work, I was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to like chill out in the workshop, literally. Have a nice cold glass of squash and just be cool in the workshop. It's not cool in the workshop. The workshop has turned itself into a furnace. So I'm currently sat in an oven, but I can't open the workshop doors because it's very loud outside. Someone's using a chainsaw. I think my next door neighbor's using a chainsaw or a hedge cutter or something, and it's very loud. And obviously my microphone's good. It'll like when I'm using the heat gun right next to it, it'll mute the heat gun, which is quite cool. I didn't actually know it did that, or I might have, but I forgot. But last stream I was like, I think it was last stream. I was like, hey, make sure, can you guys like hear the heat gun? And everyone's like, no, the microphone like blocks it out. And I was like, oh wow. I do forget sometimes that I've got Shure SM7B microphone. In fact, I have two of them for when I have a guest over. I haven't used that in a while, so I have a spare SM7B, which I never in my life thought I'd ever say. I never thought I'd say I'd have a Shure SM7B until I found one secondhand on eBay and just dived in and bought it. It was a risk. It was a risk I was willing to take, but I had coverage, obviously, just in case things went tits up. That's what I like about eBay. I like when eBay covers purchases and stuff. I have my heat gun. I just need this quick dry. Einslide dry. Just a quick dry. Now you're probably wondering that's going very dark. Well, it is, but it's what I like about this particular brand of paints is what you get out of the bottle isn't exactly what the color you get. When it dries, it sort of pigments and turns a different color, and I kind of like that because this brown now, if I layer this up over the first layer, it will just build up really nice layers. And I don't paint it exactly the same way every time. I'll miss, like for example, these curl around like leather. What I'll do is if I get some paint like this and I'll pull the paint this way, it'll miss a bunch of paint. It'll miss a bunch of a bunch of the underlayer. So then when I go to do a dry brush near the end using, like for example, Van Dyke Brown or Burnt Sienna, it looks really good. So, but normally when I do leather, I do the same kind of technique I do with my gas mask, and I'll start with like a really light, sandy kind of color, and then I'll layer that up through like Van Dyke Brown, Burnt Umber, Burnt Sienna, Raw Umber. I'll go through a bunch of different browns. I'll use a paint literally called dark brown. Then I'll use some like your standard brown, just a normal brown paint, like a normal cheapy brown paint, and then just work my way up from there. But then the technique I use right at the end is where I can get the leather to really pop and make it look like really look like leather. But this, on the other hand, is going to be a slightly different technique. I want this to be almost like a very old, worn leather. I don't know what's happening outside, but if you guys can hear it, let me know. It's so loud. I don't know what the hell the guy's doing. I think it's a hedge cutter or a chainsaw. I'm not sure. Man, might have to use that technique for the next cosplay. If you're doing leather, that's believe it or not, that's one of the videos I've been working on, is doing a full proper tutorial. I did a little mini tutorial on my live stream, and my plan originally was to not talk to chat, pretend like I'm just filming, not pretend, but like do a film instead. Normally, I'll use this to film my tutorials and stuff. But this is obviously difficult when I've got chat and I want to talk to them and stuff. It's really nice. It's like having company, and I like talking to people. So it's always difficult. So now I just film my my tutorials and stuff off stream. It's much easier. The Mondy's 69. How you doing? Evening, sir. Evening. How you doing, the Mondy? Hope you're okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am just finishing up the last little details for my Chainsword for my Deathcore of Krieg cosplay for Fantasy Forest. And I'm really excited for it. And I've got a little bit of a thing at the end of this at the end of this live stream, actually. I've got a little thing at the end of this video that I need to announce, and I'll be announcing it on my Discord after the live stream, because I've already announced it to my warsmiths. My warsmiths already know, and then after my warsmiths, then I give them a week if they want to sort something out, and then after that, I will I post it publicly. Come on, out you come. Right, so let's get that a little bit loaded up, and then I'll just go around little bits. But yeah, chat, how you guys doing? You guys dealing with the heat well? Anyone working in incredibly hot conditions today, or even right now if you're in another country and you're watching my live stream? Because it was... Now, don't get me wrong, okay, the last time I mentioned temperatures, someone was like, what do you mean? Those temperatures are nothing. But it's like, yeah, but obviously in the UK, it's a lot different when it's really hot in the UK, because it's not normally hot in the UK. It's normally bloody cold. So it was 26 at one point today. Then it went up to 31. And it was too damn hot for me. And I drive a Bobcat every day. A Bobcat is like a skid steer. It's a piece of heavy machinery. It's small. The one we have is very small. But I operate a piece of heavy machinery. And it hasn't got air conditioning in it. It's got a fan. But the fan just is basically, the way the fan works is the cheap system that they've done is you turn the fan on, and in normal conditions, the fan will pull cold air from the outside through a filter and cool you down. When the air outside is boiling hot, it just pulls hot air from the outside through a filter and just turbocharges hot air into your face or into the cab. So I open the little windows, and that doesn't really do much. But what does happen is you have to turn the dial to cold. That cold just turns off the elements, the heating elements. The more you turn it up, the hotter the elements get. That's how it produces heat. And yeah, it sucks. It's terrible. It's not the best at all. So it is what it is. God, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I can. It's bloody loud. Tell you what, I really like this color so far in the leather. The leather is not going to be overly dramatic either. It's just going to be essentially lots of browns. I can cook an egg on the wall of my house. Jesus, wouldn't it just run down if you cooked an egg on the wall of your house? You would just crack an egg on the wall and it would just run down. I'm joking. Watching from Florida. Florida! Oh no. It's almost 100, about 38. Oh my god, 38 degrees. 38. Oh my god, 38 degrees. I could not do that. I could not do that. But yeah, this is going very well. Now this is where I go around all the little tiny detail-y bits to make sure I get everything. Normally I do a little wash of black after and it just gets rid of those little crimes. Hide your crimes. Like I said, on the Joy of Chaos painting stream, there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. That's why I like Bob Russ. This is so nice. Wow, I really like this. The layering's done wonders, if I'm honest. Nice. Fantastic. Fantastic. Lovely. Okay, heat gun. Tell you what though, 38 degrees. No, thank you. It was 30. It was 36 here just the other day, and I was like, nope, nope, I'm done. Tom Dust Stuff! Weather, Tom Dust Stuff. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am painting the Chainsword, just finishing it off, because I've already painted it on 2 other streams. You guys can go back and watch us, by the way. They're in the live stream vault where I paint the Chainsword. And yeah, it's for Fantasy Forest. It's coming up very soon. It's for my Deathcore of Krieg. I'll just be running around with a chainsaw and a shovel and a lasgun and all that good stuff. I'm really good, Tom, but I am boiling alive. I am dying. We were just talking about how hot it was. And Sammy says that it's 38 degrees in Florida right now. And I don't even want to know what the humidity there is. It makes me feel just, ugh, do you know what? It's making me want to take a drink. Oh, yeah. Right. So, I'm used to that lucky, I work inside. Oh, wait, hold on. No, of course you're lucky you work inside. You guys are American, which means you have air conditioning. Just remembered you have air conditioning. Everywhere has it. Yeah, the AC units. Work likes to turn the AC units off remotely at like 3 p.m. even though there's still people in. That's insanity. I hate that, the fact that they turn off. Oh, that's horrid. Go over and override it. Just override it and turn it back on. I was in Jamaica last week. Ooh, yay you with the well-travelled. And I swear we checked it and it was colder there. That's quite fun. It was colder there. That's brilliant. Right, what I'm going to do with my leftover brown on the palette, I'm going to mix in a bunch of this lovely lighter brown. Humidity's 55. It's usually over 70. Oh, no, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So with this, I'm only doing a light pass. I'm only using a little bit of paint at a time. Don't know if you guys can't really see my palette, but I'm only using, see, a very little. There's the amount of paint, but I'm rubbing it on here to sort of dilute it, if you will. I'm not thinning it with water. I'm thinning it just by thinning it out on a palette and then getting rid of the excess by just rubbing it on the palette. And then once this has dried, I'll go for another layer with a little bit more pigment and then get it to the kind of sort of leathery color I want. This is just a simple leather effect that I do. There are other leather effects that I do that are much, much nicer, hence why I'm going to be doing a video on one. There'll be a video I do on how to get your gas mask leather effect that I've done on my Deathcore of Krieg gas mask. There also, hopefully, not even hopefully, sorry. There may be a video coming out that's completely different to my other videos. Because I don't like what Games Workshop are currently doing to a lot of my friends who sell STL files and things like that on Etsy. The Games Workshop are going around and throwing out cease and desists and telling Etsy that they have to make them take stuff down, and it's not nice. So there may be a rant video, an actual like edited video coming out for that at some point, which I'm really, really not looking forward to, because I'm worried I'm going to get like a lot of hate for it, but I'm not sure. But it's going to get to the point now where I'm starting to very much dislike Games Workshop as a company. Obviously, I like what they produce, but I don't like the company and their ethics. But yeah, it looks awesome. That probably. Thank you so much. It's my Deathcore of Krieg chainsword. It's just a chainsword, but it's human scale, so it's for my Deathcore of Krieg. No, I don't. This is my first ever Fantasy Forest. My friend Brecken actually is part of a group of people who go there every year, and they do sword demonstrations. They use katanas. And my friend Brecken is very, very good at wielding two katanas at the same time. One slightly shorter than the other, and he does them. They do demonstrations. They do wooden sword demonstrations and stuff, and it's really, really cool. Genuinely, if you guys are at Fantasy Forest this year, please go check them out. I don't know their name, unfortunately. I just know that he goes to sword class. That's what he calls it. He just goes, I'm going to go to sword class tonight. I've got sword class tonight, and that's what. I don't know what the group is called. Otherwise, I'd look it up and let you guys know. But if you're at Fantasy Forest this year, they are there doing demonstrations, and I'm hoping I can go up in my Iron Warrior and have a bit of fun with them, dressed as a Space Marine, depending on the weather. I have told myself it's so hot this year that, number one, I don't really want to take the Space Marine out in the boiling hot sun, because obviously there's a lot of hot glue on my boy, and that will get hot and that will melt, and then seams will pop apart or things will go tits up. And having the sun beating down on you the whole time is not a good idea, especially when you're in a Space Marine, because I might pass out. And I don't have my boy Harry with me this time around for wearing the Space Marine. So I'm gonna have to speak to some of my cosplay friends and be like, hey, is anyone willing to spot for me when I do go out in him? Not spot for me the whole day and be with me on the table and stuff, but just to spot for me when I go out in him. But it most likely will be I go out in him much, much later in the day rather than during the day, because I don't really want to have him out in the sun. I have a gazebo that I'm going to be setting up there at our stand stall area, but I do have to watch out with that, because he might not fit in the stall, like in the little like marquee or gazebo, whatever you call it. He might not fit. So if he doesn't fit, then he'll have to go outside, which means he'll be in the sun. So it's going to get to that point where he might not be out at all until much later in the day. So I might keep him in the van. Luckily, the van will be close by in our area, so I don't have to worry about anyone trying to get in and taking him, because he's my pride and joy. If anyone took him from me, I'd massacre them. I know that was weird. But yeah, so we are at that point now where I'm almost done with this leather effect, and it's just, like I said, it's super easy. It's just layers of browns, slowly layering up until I get the sort of color and texture I want. Luckily, the texture underneath is produced from using Thompson's 10-year roof sealer and a sponge, so get really good effect and good texture from that. And it's you know, just the art of using Thompson's 10-year roof sealer, it can be difficult at times, especially if you want a specific texture. Like I did my chest piece for my Krieg Death Rider, and I had to recreate a technique that I had done like 2 years ago and totally forgot about. So I was like, how do I recreate this? So it took a little bit of practice. It's going to be as hot as Tank Fest was this weekend. Oh my god. Oh, god, I loved Tank Fest. Oh, Tank Fest was so much fun. Now I need to make a chainsword, add it to the one I bought at PensCon back in February. Nice. Not gonna lie, I'm dreading my Dante trench coat for Manchester slightly. I bet, honest to God to you, I wouldn't. My Krieg trench coat, I tell you, I'm worried about wearing my Krieg at Fantasy Forest as well. It's because of the heat. Like, normally we're in buildings, we're inside, but Fantasy Forest is entirely outside. And it's my first ever completely, like, entirely outdoor event in Warhammer type cosplay, whereas normally we can go inside and sit down and cool off and whatever, then we go back outside into the heat, but we're going to be constantly in the heat when we're at Fantasy Forest, which is going to be a little bit crappy in terms of the heat, but hey ho. I'll have my little gazebo I can sit under and sip some of my drink and try and stay cool. Do you know what? I'm really happy with that. Let me change back to this cam just to show you guys. I'll tell you what, the lighting isn't great. It looks so much better in person. There's texture and stuff on it too. It just looks just brown on the stream. It just looks brown. I don't know whether this will be any better. That kind of picks up a bit better. But it's got texture and it's got different like pigments and stuff in it. It looks quite nice. So I'm going to do that. Last little pass. Nice. I like the pigments in Windsor and Newton. That looks quite nice. I very much like that. It's the TNT guy. How you doing, TNT guy? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, I've run out of blue roll recently. I need to open a new one. Bear with me, just una momento. Let me just do. Oh wait, never mind, wrong one. There we go. Just table cam. There you go. You guys can see just.
A new Iron Warrior has joined our Legion.
Well, would you look at that? I go away and come back and a new Iron Warrior has joined our Legion. Thank you. Let's see. Modio Peris. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for becoming a part of the Iron Warrior Cosplay community. I am doing a chainsword. Howdy, sick chainsword. Thank you so much. I shall show you it in a moment. I'm just grabbing some blue roll. How was the trip back from Bovington? Really good. Just call me Modi. Is it Modi or Modi? Is it like Modi, like moderator, or because Modi is cool. I like Modi. Modi is cool. But yeah, it was really good drive back. Really good drive back. Had an amazing time at Tankfest. Got back nice and early. Really, really pleasant. Let's dry that off. Was showing the videos of the Ajax. Oh, nice. I did a stream about Tankfest just the other night, actually. I did a 2-part stream. It was really cool. Just going to dry this super quick. But thank you so much, Modi, for becoming a subscriber to the Iron Warrior Cosplay YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. All my links are in the description if you want to follow me on any other social media like TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. I know Facebook is not really the thing now, but I post a lot on Facebook. I post a lot on Instagram and stuff too, but try and share it around. But I'm really happy with how that looks. I might do another pass with the raw sienna. I might do another pass with the raw sienna. Where did you get the fake barbed wire? I was about to show that now. It's real barbed wire. Damn it, Tom. It's real. Yeah, hopefully. So this is, let's do just table cam. There you go. So this is legitimately real, totally awesome, absolutely real barbed wire. It's not, obviously. It's leather. This is made of leather. So the way you do it, and it's don't get me wrong, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. You can get strands of leather online. They come in like bundles. And you twist them together with a drill in a vise, or clamp them between a door frame or something, just whatever, and spin it in a vise, and then tie a knot off on the end of it, and then start tying these knots around it and then cutting the ends to make the barbed ends, right? Now, I've made barbed wire before out of leather. I've worked many hours, you know, twisting it together, whatever. I bought this one. This is leather again, but I bought it. It's 10 meters, but it came like blackened. Oh, have a good one, TNT. See you soon. Chat to you soon. Go have some ice cream and cool off. But it was like brown and black, but the brown was like red, and it looked really weird, and I didn't like it. So I used some Steel Forge silver from Color Forge. Link in the description if you guys want to grab a can or become a legend in my eyes of using my affiliate link. So Tom's the Armor Cosplay sent you. But yeah, there you go. So it's completely made out of rubber. I have two sets. I have the set I have and made from just brown leather that looks like rusted barbed wire, and I now have metal barbed wire that's just metally color. I sprayed some black over it too. But yeah, the last stream as well, if you guys hadn't seen, there was I did my stick grenades and stuff, but I'm not going to show them now because I'm gonna complete this. I need to finish this for Fantasy Forest. Oh right, like moderator, cool. So Moddy, nice. Okay, gotta ask, as someone who's looking to make a Space Marine, any tips for the armor? Found STL files to print them. I'm thinking of going foam route. Moddy, I'm not gonna lie to you. The best decision you've ever made is thinking about going the foam route, because going... Sorry, I just realized I'm not here. There you go, I'm here. Go the foam route, because 3D printing is a bit of a pain in the ass, personally. But with foam, it'll be much, much lighter, so much easier to fix, and you can literally just throw it around. I'm still gentle with the Iron Warrior, but if I need to, and I've done it before, where I've just had the shoulders in my hands, and Harry's been in the van, my spotter and best friend Harry, I've been like, hey Harry, grab these, and I've just yeeted them at him, it's fine. Whereas if you have 3D printed, to me personally, 3D printed Space Marine armor should be like a statue. Like that girl's doing on TikTok. There's a girl on TikTok making a huge, massive, it's like multicolor right now, she hasn't painted it. But that's what I would personally do. Is if I was 3D printing one, it would be a statue or something. It'd be like a static display. It wouldn't be something I would wear. But I would go foam route. Now, you're asking about like some tips about that, where it's just go the foam route. That's the best one, okay? But if you're making it, there's... I think that there's Heinrich Pillerud. He's got files. He's the original grandfather. He's the daddy-o of Space Marines. He's the one who originally created the first ever set of files for a Space Marine cosplay. You've got JF Customs, and you've got a bunch of people on Etsy, but I would grab them now before Etsy takes them down, because Etsy's being a real dick right now. Yeah, someone does have a 3D printer on our Discord. I think it's human scale, I believe. Zug, a friend of mine, has a entirely foam one, but the inside is PVC pipe, so it's got like a frame inside it. That's really cool. But yeah, if you're looking for like a build log, go on my Facebook page, and there's like photos of me building it. But there's, I wasn't in the mindset back then of like content and doing tutorials and stuff like that. It was my first ever foray into cosplay in general, and you know, it wasn't really something I thought about. So when people ask me like, how did I build it and everything, I can tell you how I built it, but in terms of like exactly how and like, hey, how did you do this, how did you do that, I can tell you, but I can't show you because I've already built it and I don't have any videos. I have some pictures, but we built, like, me and my friends David Roth and Marcus Springle built my Iron Warrior at Play Expo Manchester. We were at an event and we got asked, hey, do you guys want to do something for the event? And we were like, yes, we'll build a Space Marine. So we built it there. It's when I got home, I went to town and like did everything else and actually put it together. So in terms of like how to build one, there might be some videos out there. There must be someone who's there must be someone who's posted like, you know, a full tutorial or at least some videos on how to do it. The first thing I would suggest is getting the Peppercura files for it and getting like Peppercura, the program. Now, I'm not sponsored by Peppercura or anything, but I would suggest buying Peppercura. The reason being is, let's say you put your Space Marine file into it, you can modify it, change its size, whatever, print it. But let's say you're like, cool, after all this work, I'm going to save it. You can't. You have to buy Peppercura before you can save it. So that's where I was just buying it. It's super cheap, so it's, you know. But if you're going to use a lot of it, then you're fine. Crawdaddy Cosplay, that's another one. Thank you so much, Tom. Yeah, Crawdaddy Cosplay has a bunch of files. But yeah, it's really, really cool. Word, thank you. No problem at all. Looking to make an Inner Circle Companion Dark Angels cosplay for next year. On the hunt for a cut template. Hands shake too much to trust my freehand cutting. That's fair. Templates are always good. I use templates for everything. When it came to building my Space Marine. Now, I use a laser. It depends on the size of the project, really. If the project's huge, I'm not going to use my laser, because then I'd have to, you know, make multiple files, and, you know, it wouldn't be worth doing all that work just to cut them out on laser, because I can use the laser to either cut paper templates or cut the foam itself out. So, you know, either or in that case. But personally, if I'm doing something big, like I've got a commission for a friend of mine called Sam, aka Chapter Master Valrak. He's asked me to do a favor for him, and I'll be like, yeah, sure. And he's gonna get another shoulder from me. He's already had 2 from me. He wants another shoulder for his room. But with that being said, I'm gonna just go and grab my old paper files that I've already gotten saved and stored and use them. Because why not? There's no point, like, you know, chucking them away once you're done. Keep them in a giant folder. That's what I do. And if you ever need them again, or if you want to modify something, or you've got the templates there ready to rock and roll. But yeah, that is about as much help as I can give you. I have, over the past, oh god, 2 years, I think, I have been working on a little video. I say a little video. It's gonna be like 3 hours long altogether, and it's basically my if you're new here, you won't know, but if you're not new here, you guys know my Krieg 101 video where I talk about what you need for a Krieg cosplay and show, like, this is what you need if you're gonna, you know, do a Krieg cosplay. And it's not the definitive thing. It's just like, hey, this is what would be really, you know, helpful for you if you're building your own Krieg cosplay, and where to get them. There's links and stuff. But what I would like to do is a Space Marine 101 video. I've been slowly working at it. I don't talk about it much because it's been a bit of a passion project. Like, it's been a bit of a side project. And it's not really something I'm advertising as, like, I'm doing it. It's going to be like I'm doing it whenever the bloody hell I feel like it, because it's a lot of work. And I don't want anybody to think, there's a disclaimer right at the start of the video. The first thing I ever recorded was me going, this is not the definitive thing. This is just how I did it. And for people who don't know how to do it, this will be a good stepping stone for you, that kind of thing. So, because you'd be surprised, a lot of people in the cosplay community, they'll be like, you know, oh, he thinks he's judge, jury, and executioner. And I'm like, no. This is just me helping people out, trying to just, I am but a humble cosplayer. I am merely a humble blacksmith working hard for my coins. But yeah, so eventually that video will come out. I'll make a big deal about it when it comes out. I'll do a stream and everything, and I will definitely not be doing a watch along stream with it, because after all the time I've been editing with it and stuff, I just don't want to. I don't want to listen to myself anymore. The amount of times I've had to listen to myself say the same sentence over and over again, I'm just like, no. But yeah, this leather is coming along really nicely. I'm just finishing it off with just a slight lightening up like that. I think that's quite nice. Okay, chat, hear me out. Chainsword body is green. like I said, I need to finish weathering it. There's like bits here. I've got my green here. I need to finish that. I've done some metal here. That'll get weathered. This will get weathered. I've done bluing here. I've done some metal work and stuff here. The teeth are done. The underside's done and everything. The handle is almost done. And then I'll be just cleaning this up and everything. But this here is obviously, I'm going to say it's metal. I'm not going to say it's wood because I don't want too much brown over here. I don't want it to be silver, but I want it to have a color that I think would look really good. Now, what I'd like to do is like have this be a completely different color. Like, for example, red, but not just red. I want it to be like red with like lots of like black in it, and then I can like scrape away and there'll be like, what you call it on it, like metal underneath it kind of thing. So I was going to do a technique where I put some toothpaste down or like put something down there and then like paint over it and everything. And then once I'm done, I can just like rub it off. I don't have any toothpaste. I used to. Back in the day, I used to have like an old tube of toothpaste. Gold, maybe, but Krieg wouldn't really have like a gold. I could do hazard stripe. No. Tell you why, Tom. Now, get this. Tom, you're going to love this. I was going to hazard stripe the fuck out of this, but I was like, no. No. I had to hold myself back. I was like, no. I'm not going to hazard stripe any of this because I want it to be Kriegy. And I know maybe there's a little bit of hazard stripes in the whole Krieg thing. I haven't seen much of any. So there's no hazard stripes on this, but I need to figure out what to do with this. Now, I'm liking the brass, gold, coppery kind of idea. I like that idea. But I think what I might do is like an antique gold or something. So a much darker. Now, in terms of gold, I don't really have... Do you know what? Hold on. I've got my old silver. I think, hold on. I actually think I might have a paint here called Antique Gold. And by the way, I know there's a lot of paints here, but you have to know. I don't just go out and buy all of these in one go. Winsor & Newton aren't exactly cheap, but they're incredible paints. Please sponsor me. But what I do is if I'm out and about, I'll be like, I'll grab some paint. Or like grab one or two of them. It's like, oh hey, I'll grab that. Oh, ooh, I need some Mars Black, and I'll grab that. Mars Black is something I'm always in need of. Mars Black is like the paint to have if you're gonna start off with Winsor & Newton. Just go to a place that sells Winsor & Newton and go, I'm gonna get a big tube of Mars Black and get the 120mm Mars Black, and then you'll be fine. Here is Antique Gold. It's literally called Antique Gold. Now, I'm not really 100%. It's so dark. Do you know what? It's too dark. This Antique Gold is too dark. That's too dark. Let me have another quick look. If not, I have other paints in another box. Let's try that shit. Emergency Orb. Hey, the Pengler. How you doing? Another out could be Tarnished Copper. I've never done that. And I don't think... A handle wouldn't really be copper, would it? Would it? I don't think they would do a copper handle for... Let me have a quick look. And I think I might have another... that's the silver, so I'm going to get that out of the way. That is burnt sienna. That's silver. Yes, that's silver. That's white. That's yellow. That's red. Oh, that's heavy body. That's heavy body. That's silver. Burnt umber. Black, black. Silver, silver. Burnt umber. Okay. What we're going to do... I'm going to check my other box. Let me check my other box. It's just behind me. But yes, how are we doing? How are we all doing? We all good? The Pengler? How are we doing? Oxidized copper, silver, burnt sienna for my drugs. I got silver, burnt sienna. Nice. Right, under this pile of crap here, I'm about to go grab some paint. Okay. Oh. Rub and buff. Rub and buff. Love rub and buff. Rub and buff can be quite expensive, but damn is it worth it. Here's another box of paints I got. I have even. Oh look, metallic copper. Metallic copper. Antique gold. God, it looks like poo. It looks like baby poo. Man, that looks terrible. Maybe if I mix that with that. Let's have a look. So I have copper and gold. I have antique gold even. Which two colors that common Krieg colors into. Let's have a look. Let me have a look at this. Let me have a look at this. Let's try this out. So I'm just going to take a little dab of that. Kind of looks okay, but I'd have to dull it down something fierce. Do you know what? Let's not. Let's not. No. Let's get that like that. Let us try the copper, but it's metallic copper, so I'm going to have to try and dull it down a bit. So we'll see how it goes. Join me as I attempt to mess around with some copper. No, believe it or not, these are quite good. These are quite good. They don't actually need much shaking, but that is the color it comes out as, and it's a bit of a baby poo brown. That's not the brush I want. Why have I got that brush in my hand? I'm going to reuse this brush. Why not mix colors that are common Kriegsman colors into a new color? Make a new color. I could do, well, Krieg colors are dark gray, black, brown, maybe a tiny tinge of blue, which is what I did with this bluing kind of thing. Let's do a light spattering of this copper color, eh? Let's do this with some copper. Do you know what, gang? I think I'm already in love with that. Copper was a good idea, chat. Thank you so much. I am going to dull the hell... Like, I'm going to dull the fuck down. I'm just going to make sure it's... Because it's metallic as well, so it's, like, slightly, like, shiny. I'm going to dull it down. But I do like that. I do like that a lot. Look at that. If I just paint this one side, just as a really light colour. As in... a light coating, sorry, not light colour. There's where that damage is. I'll just paint inside the damage just to get rid of it so I can get it one solid colour. There we go. How's that? Does that kind of match? Bit of a mismatch of... What I'll do, I'll continue with this colour for now. And then I'll dull it down, like a lot. I'll use a mix of, like, black and grey, or just maybe, well, actually Mars Black's quite strong. I'll water down some Mars Black and dull it up. We'll see how we go from there. Now this bit just needs a heavy coating, because this is where I'm going to be holding it all the time with my leathered glove. Well, say leathered. My faux leather glove. And then no real leather here, folks. Okay. So I will continue with this particular scheme. Now, wasn't gonna mention this, but I'm gonna mention it anyway. Well, I wasn't planning on doing it, but I'm going to because it's been on my mind. My girlfriend has a surprise for me tonight. She hinted at this surprise a while ago, and she has been keeping her cards very close to her chest. She refuses to tell me. She's given me some hints, but these hints are, well, they're astronomically bad, because They're not exactly hints as they are more misleading. They're very misleading. She'll be telling me one thing and then tell me another thing entirely. And I'm like, okay, is it an appliance? And they're like, and she was like, no, it's not an appliance, but it will need maintenance. I'm like, okay. But then she was like, but it could be an appliance. And I'm like, why? Why are you doing this to me? So that's what I'm trying to figure out. And it's been some time and I've not been able to really figure it out. I have an idea. After much thinking and deliberation, I've been like, I think I know what it is. I'm not going to mention it on stream because I don't know if she's watching and I don't want to ruin it if I'm right. And obviously I'm not going to burst through the door and go, this is what it is, and like ruin it. But I am gonna try. Yeah, the gloves are super soft. I know mine are. But my fake leather ones for my Krieg, I just love them. Although the original pair I wore for so long and they just died. They tried their best for so long and then just gave up the ghost. This copper's okay, but because it's so metallic and shiny, I am going to have to put it down. I am going to have to dull it down. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to keep applying just a little bit at a time. We'll see how it goes. I have a surplus of cold leather ones. Not surplus. So I know where to go if I need a surplus of cold leather gloves. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Cold leather gloves. I know who to go to. I have the. You guys remember the pickaxe? You know the pickaxe I have. It's like I said, it was super quick and easy, and it was just a pole with some foam. But I needed it for my Krieg engineer cosplay for MCM London, and I just needed it on the backpack, so I made it super lightweight. Didn't look fantastic. It literally just looked like, you know, a first-time cosplayer made it, and I was just like, I could have done better. So I did. So obviously, I am one of the school that I don't like to throw things away, but I'm not like a massive hoarder where I'll be like, I will never throw this away. No one can ever have it, but I don't want it, but I'm going to keep it anyway. This is for you. What is? So I decided to sell it, and it has been sold, and I packaged it up, and I haven't posted it away yet, and I'm so sorry that I haven't posted it away yet, but I will post it away. I've just had a lot on, but it's Friday tomorrow, so Friday means I'll finish work and I'll have loads of time, and I will just do it. I'll do everything I need to do. Saturday, on the other hand, I have got not much on, which is shocking, like properly shocking. Oh yes, sorry, is this for you? Yes, sorry, my apologies. This chainsword is for me. This chainsword is my chainsword. Be sure, Mr. The Pengler, don't go back into the warp yet. Please stay for the rest of the stream. That's not just me begging you to stay for the rest of the stream. There is something cool happening at the end of stream that I've been hinting at a little bit earlier, and I'm going to keep hinting at it until the end of stream, and then at the end of stream, I will let you guys know. So I'm very excited for that. It's very cool. But yeah, this chainsword's for me. This one's for my Deathcore of Krieg cosplay, hence the extra bits I've added to it. I've added some extra bits and bobs. Normally, when I make these, or when I made these for people, or not even for people, just I made them on the whim, and was just like, hey, chainsword. And people are like, oh, cool. Yeah, okay. They'd buy it. It was great. It's nice being able to do props and stuff without having to panic about, like, oh, I gotta get it done. I gotta get it done. They need it. They've asked. They bought it. They need it. Whatever. It's like, I've got one ready. Here you go. You can buy it. And I built 3, I think, and then sold all 3. And I was like, God damn, they sold fast. Then I stopped selling them for a bit because, you know, I built 3 in like a week. And I was like, okay, that's enough now. They're super easy to build, but I thought, well, why not just make a pattern for them? So the pattern came out for them. I think I know what's going on, and I pray it is. If it is what you think it is when I do announce it, let me know, because it'd be really funny if it was. This is just like what my girlfriend did to me, by the way. She was just like, "Oh, secret, secret, secret. Wait until the end of the week." And here's me like, "Secret, secret, secret. Wait until the end of stream." Goes to leave the warp. Stops, starts, back down. I'm listening. Good, the pangolin. Nice one. But yeah. Obviously, I hope it's not a disappointment to you guys when I do announce it at the end, because I do worry sometimes that I'm like, hype, 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 this is the announcement, and people go, oh, okay, that was a bit boring. And I'm like, fuck, I'm sorry. So, I like that copper, but as you can see, it's too shiny. This is nice, but it's too shiny. All of it will get a dulling down, by the way, but I need to redo this green. Well, not redo it, I need to finish it, because this is only 2 coats. And if you look on camera, you can see where there's light patches here, light patches there, light patches here. And it's like I said, it was 2 coats, 2 thin coats. And it's done. No. Sorry, Tom. Not yet. I'm so sorry. I don't want to disappoint you, but please don't leave. But no, sadly, it's not. Not yet, anyway. Fark. Fark. Ooh, actually, I will. There we go. Right, so I'm going to. I know this is really dumb to do right next to the edge of the table, but it is what it is. Let's grab some of this. Squeeze. I need way more water than that. How am I going to do this? Do you know the one thing I don't have and what I need to get? I need to get myself like a pack of like pipettes. I won't leave, but actually have because I won't be able to miss it. No, you won't be. Trust me. You guys will know in enough time when or if something like that happens. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't do it on a random stream like this. I can assure you. You will know. You will know, Tom. Believe me. I would never just spring it on a random stream. I say random. I know they're all planned, but you know what I mean. This is like a painting stream. I would never announce it here. But there are some things I'll happily announce on a stream like this, and it's not a problem then. But that's not one of them. You're okay. You are safe as houses, and believe you me, you won't miss out. I will make sure you don't miss out. You've been an avid follower of mine for many a time. So I'm gonna just dirty this up. What I've just done, by the way, is I've added a lot more pigment because the copper is incredibly strong. Right. I think 2 years or so now, not that long. Well, you know, trust me, it's 2 years that I really greatly appreciate you being here, genuinely. Sadly, I have to bow out. Work's cool with me watching, but I get to go throw a few new hard drives in the servers. Pleasure meeting you all. Sick Discord server, by the way. Gonna ask some questions there. Yes, please do join the Discord and ask many questions. I've got the Space Marine building section and the Krieg building section currently, and it's a lot of fun. And I've got a lot of very knowledgeable people in there. Thank you so much for subscribing, by the way. I really appreciate it, Moddy. And I shall see you soon. Enjoy. Go put some hard drives in some servers. I'll get those server cabinets loaded up with hard drives. Speaking of hard drives, my PC in the house, my main rig, the one I do editing and stuff on, my terabyte drive that I've got for essentially just storage of files and stuff like that, and pictures and whatever. Boy, is it getting full. I've got like 20 gig left. So I'm going to have to sort something out. And my plan is to get an external hard drive at some point and back up some stuff, because I do want to back up a lot of important files. For example, a lot of my cosplay stuff is on there that isn't online. And a lot of my files and folders and stuff that I've got in there are also like not online, as in they're not backed up to a cloud or anything. So I'm a bit worried that if I do lose them, I will permanently lose them. So it's not something I want to lose. Ooh, I'm liking how this is going. Like the black even, sorry, the water are mixing with the copper a bit, and I think that looks really sick. Nice. Say, it was great meeting you at MCM May last year, and then at UK Games the following week. Both of us were like, hey, I genuinely, it is really nice. It's weird, you know, right? I see usernames online, and you see them on Discord, you see them on YouTube, you see them in comments and stuff. But it makes such a difference to me when suddenly I do meet people in person. And don't get me wrong, okay? I suck at I just suck. No, I suck at remembering names, but I'm great with faces. Someone will come up, my brain will go, click. You know this person. This is a person that you know. Who is this person? What are their names? And my brain just freezes. But I know them. So I'll be like, how are you? Oh my God. Like, you know, hope things are great. And I'll talk to them because I know who people are. But then my brain switches off and just goes, where'd you know them from? Now, here's a great one. A lot of my friends know this, as in my close friends. And, of course, I remember my close friends' names because I spend a lot of time with them. And it's not, you know, it's not something, you know, you don't forget your close friends' names because, obviously, you've met them a million billion times. Now, you won't recognize me more, I don't think. Maybe not. But when time goes by and whatever, and I don't remember people, I do feel bad. But then my friends go, hey, listen, it's okay that you don't remember my name. You remember me, so I remember the person, and they like that. But they go, just call me by my username. And I'm like, I feel that's so, like, I feel really bad because it's like, you're more than just your username. You're not just a user online. You're a human being. And they're like, no, trust me. I like my username. It's why I picked my username. And I like my username. Like, the amount of people who don't know my real name, and that's fine, by the way. There is nothing wrong with not knowing my name. It's a very Welsh name. It's not exactly the easiest one to remember. And if it's been a while since we've seen each other, it's not an issue. Because people come up to me, and what they know me by is mainly Iron Warrior Cosplay. And people come up and go, oh, hey, Iron. How you doing, Iron? Oh, my God, it's Iron Warrior Cosplay. How you doing, man? Hey, Iron. Can I call you Iron? Because I can't remember your name. And I'm like, yes, you can call me Iron. You absolutely can. I've been called worse. But no. It genuinely doesn't bother me what people call me in terms of, like, Iron Warrior Cosplay or Iron or whatever. It's fine. Bob! I'm going to call you Bob. Bob, High Definition Bob. Hi, High Definition Bob. Loved meeting you at Exeter Comic Con. Absolutely blessed to have had the opportunity. Exeter Comic Con. That must have been... Good God, when was that then? Because I haven't been to Exeter Comic Con in a donkey's age. My God, when was I at Exeter Con last? Can you tell me what year it was? Also, thank you so much. Oh, wow, October 23. Yeah. My God. Yeah, I tell you what, I miss Exeter Comic-Con. I really do. Me and David, Exeter Cosplay, David Roth, Exeter Cosplay, he and I would frequent that con quite often. Every year, in fact, and it was so much fun. And then Lisa decided to go a different route and get some different people in, different, you know, newer, fresher faces, newer, fresher things or whatever. So David and I don't go to that con anymore, which is, you know, a bit of a shame because it's a local one for him. And it's not a local one for me, but it would give me not only an excuse to go down to Exeter and see David and have a few bevies and catch up and whatever, it would also, you know, connect me with a lot of people because a lot of people go to Exeter Comic Con, and they really do networking really well, like down there in that con. The people I've met and stuff, I've made a lot of connections through Exeter Comic Con, but sadly with with Lisa going a different route, we've not been able to go to that con as well. Not I say as much. We've not been able to go to it at all. Is that coming off a little bit? Oh my god, yes it is. Okay, I'll need to re-glue that a little bit. The handle is just glued on. It's just glue and glue. And that's it, because it's not designed to take any weight or pressure. And I've just realised it's coming apart a little bit, but it's fine. I can squeeze some of the old super duper glue in there. See, I like this side. This side started to be a bit too pigmented, so I need to grab a little bit of the old sandpaper. A little bit of the old sandpaper. And then just do that. And then I can add some copper back on. Let me just grab a little bit of water. A little bit of water. I can just some of that off. Clean that up a little bit, and then add some copper back on. But October 23, that's crazy. Were you in a cosplay by any chance, High Definition Bob? High Definition Bob. It's the best username. Hi, I am Bob, but I'm in high definition. I am Bob, but in 4K. But yeah, I tell you what, I do miss that con. October 2023. Might even have some pictures from that one then if I was at that one. Ooh, nice. Ooh! May have just discovered something. I was not, but I'm not far off the size of a space marine. Oh! Were you the super tall guy? Were you super tall? If you are that super tall guy, I think I remember you. I remember you. Yes, I remember you. It's always really fun. It's really, really fun when someone who's like genuinely, naturally quite tall comes up and stands next to a space marine. Any cosplayer just like who's on stilts, and then somebody who's just gifted naturally at being high. Well, I said gifted, genetics of being very, very tall, and then just walks up and just stands next to them, and they're like, "Oh my god." Yeah, like Baba Kaiju, for example. Baba Kaiju is naturally tall. Should definitely cosplay like more tall, like related, like for example, he could do like Blue could do Master Chief, for example, right? Because Master Chief is naturally tall, and he's quite naturally tall. Well, I say naturally, sorry, not naturally. Was given a bunch of chems and drugs and stuff to make him big and everything, but yeah, but no, it's oh my god, did I just hit the thing again? Oh my god, everything's falling over. Good god. Right. So, but yeah, no, like Blue could do like Master Chief, for example. That'd be really sick. I'd love to, you know. I do wish. Now this is crazy, okay? People think I'm mad when I say this, but I'm 6'2", right? I'm 6'2", and I like being 6'2", but I do kind of wish I was taller. Then there are times where I hit my head against things, and I tell myself, "Good God, I wish I was a bit shorter," because being tall sometimes sucks. We were walking through these really beautiful caves in North Wales. I took my girlfriend up there. We walked through these beautiful caves, Merlin's caves, and I really enjoyed it. But they gave us helmets. The reason they gave us helmets is because there's a lot of low points in there. So watching like my girlfriend and a bunch of other people, mostly ladies, go through these short bits just by walking through them, and then me having to full-on crouch. It's just like, good God. Well, there you go. You're 6'5". The Space Marine is 7'1" now. I don't know. Back then he wasn't 7'1". I don't think I put the new stilts and stuff in. But even now at 7'1", you're still incredibly close. And yeah, it's hilarious. I absolutely love it. It's the nicest thing. But you need to cosplay a Space Marine. People who are naturally tall need to cosplay really awesome tall things. And I would love to see that. You should cosplay an Iron Warrior Space Marine and join me. Whispers from the warp. Now, I really like this, but I am gonna dull it down a little bit again. So what I'm gonna do instead is just grab some of the black and mix that in. so it dulls it down a little bit. I'm 6'4.5". I love being tall. I tell you what, I love being tall. Now, don't get me wrong. I know I'm 6'2", and you're 6'4". I know you're 2 inches taller than me, but 6'2" is still very tall compared to like the average. And I tell you this, being 6'2" does have its perks. Does really have its perks. It's awesome. Well, that's the thing. You might have a growth spurt. You might get taller. You might not. I don't know. Put yourself in a bag of miracle grow overnight and stutter like crazy, like I just did. But yeah, bag of miracle grow. See, now that looks a lot better. See how it's dulled down, but I've like textured it a little bit, and I'm adding in the odd spot of bright copper. I like that. Good one, chat. Thanks for telling me to do it in like a coppery color. Copper is not something I normally use because I feel it's just too bright, but mixing it with a bit of black and a touch of brown now and again is quite nice. I only mixed it with black this time, but it's cool to see how it turns out. I really like that. Thanks, chat. Thanks, chat. You guys are great. What time are we on, by the way? Oh, we're on 7:15. That's not bad at all. So this is where I would normally have started my other stream. But like I said, I was early stream tonight because I'm going home. As a surprise. I don't know what it is. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed I know what it is. I don't know yet. It depends how things go. If it is what it is, I think my life's about to change quite considerably. Not insanely. It's not going to be like the end of the world or like, you know, I can no longer do anything because of this. So we'll see how things go. Do you know what? I'm in love with that. Sealing that in. Sealing it in. Nice. Okay. Yeah, don't fall. That does need gluing on. I don't think I have any super glue near me. I don't exactly want to use. Don't want to use hot glue. Hot glue is a bit messy. Let me go find some hot glue. Let's give you guys just table cam so you can see. I'm going to see if I can find some glue of sorts. Super glue! My last one! Oh my god. I'm gonna have to buy more. Bollocks. Is this actually my last one? Normally I keep a stock. Oh my god. So what I normally do. So this is what I do. This is what I do. I don't know about anybody else, right? But I'm waiting for the Discord post, then I can say I guessed correctly or not. Fair enough. I buy these little glue sticks and everything, these super glue sticks. And normally I'll buy 3 and I'll keep 2 and I'll use them and I put 1 to one side. But normally I put it somewhere where my stock and everything is. I have a bunch of stock everywhere to make sure that I don't run out of anything. But I think I may have just run out of super glue, which is worrying because I use it for everything. Like a lot of my props and stuff. Obviously, I use contact cement mainly, but I use super glue for other things. Now, I need something to cut this with. And all my tools have vanished. God damn it. Where are my scissors? Oh, there they are. Lo and behold, I found a second one. Hopefully this one's open. Oh, that's crusty. Oh, it might not have glue. Oh, it has glue in it. Definitely has glue in it. Not as in, I'm gutted it has glue in it, but it has glue in it. It got on my bloody fingers. Where are we? There. Right, that should... I've squirted it right into the little crevasse. Into the crevasse. So now I'm just going to hold it a bit. You want to cosplay Fabulous Bill? Go to Google Images. There's a guy who's started one, I think. But, yeah, Fabulous Bill. Oh, what a cosplay. All you need to do is do like a standard Space Marine file, and then as you're building him, just full on, just modify the hell out of it from the mini. Just get the mini or get photos of the mini. And then you'll be able to see... Let's run out. Then you'll be able to see like what you want to do as you go, and just have like the bare files, and then just... You don't have to modify them on the actual like Peppercure or anything. You can just modify them IRL. I do that a bunch. Do you know what? That should hold. Yes, it's gone all the way around. All the way around. There you go. Cool. Right, that should like... wait, what is there? Not this time. Wait, what is there? What is where? What is where? I have the mini. Oh, you have the mini. That's sick as hell. I love that you have the mini. I don't have the mini. I wish I had the mini. It's such a cool... Fabulous Bill is amazing. For those of you who don't know who Fabulous Bill is, go to Google Images and type in Fabius Bile. I think it's Fabius Bile. Bile? Fabius Bile. Into Google Images, Warhammer 40k, Fabius Bile. You'll see Fabulous Bill. He has a pimp cane with like an orb with like fluid and stuff, and he has like injectors and stuff. It's so cool. I'm going to get some silver. Get some silver. This is the end of my pot, by the way. It's why it's got a lollipop stick in it, and the whole reason I do this. Bear with me. Let me just grab you guys to come down with me. Nice. Cool. Just tidying up the bits I missed with the brown. I saw I just dropped it. God damn it. There we go. That's my brand new one. Cool. Leave that there. So you go like that. Whoop. Cool. Someone is doing him right. Yeah, no, I know. Someone is like, well, the thing is, either is or was, because I haven't seen updates on that cosplay for a while. And I if I see a build I'm genuinely interested in, like for example Terry's Terminator, a great name, Terry's Terminator, or Terry the Terminator, like B Cosplay's Terminator, I watched that like avidly. I was watching all the updates and all the stuff he was doing, and it was really cool, and I absolutely loved seeing him build that amazing creation. Same with the Fabulous Bill. There's a bunch I've watched and just really admired. Yeah, it genuinely, it's incredible to see. What is wrong with you? Why are you bunching up like that? Oh, you got some dry powder in you. Yeah, no, seriously, it's incredible work. Sometimes these people are so talented, and it makes me feel like I can do better. I do sometimes get a little bit jelly. And I'm like, oh no, I'm a bit jelly. But hey, it makes me sort of push myself to be a bit better. And it works really well. That's nice. So I'm getting rid of the copper that's on this band that's come off from when I was dry brushing and stuff. I'm just going to do a straight silver, just straight hard silver. No weathering, just to break up these two colors to show separation. Thinning it a little bit with some water that's left over on my palette. pulling it in one direction. I say one direction, like I'm pulling it forward and backwards, but making sure that the brush lines go the same way. That way, then when I dry it and do my little tapping technique, it looks really nice. I've spent 2 years improving my Red Guardian cosplay. Still isn't done. Don't worry about finishing cosplays because I have one very unfinished cosplay and one that I want to start, but will probably take some time. What I would love if I won the lottery and could retire. But then I'm not gonna lie to you, I wouldn't retire fully. I would most likely try and like get a job that's like 2 days a week and then just do that. I want to join you as Krieg. Yes! 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 Do it! More Krieg, better. So happy. Love having more people. Do you know, having people, this is seriously, you have no idea how much this means to me. Having people come up to me in person and be like, hey, I built my Krieg cosplay because of you. And I'm like, what? And it's like, yeah, I watched your Krieg 101 video and I built my Krieg cosplay. And I'm like, it's incredible. It just makes me so happy. Fucking blows me away every time. The fact that somebody has done something in their life because they watched a video I made on my cosplay because everyone kept asking me about it. Hey, how did you do this? Hey, how did you do this? I'm like, hey, I know. Fuck it. I'm going to make a video. I would tell people, but I would prefer just be able to go, here's a link. Not that I just don't want to tell people, but believe me, when you've typed out, hey, buy a gas mask, do this, here's my pattern or whatever, 1,000,000 times, you do just go, hey, here's my pattern, or here's my link to my YouTube video that I've made for this exact thing. Now, if it's just one question, hey, where can I get your gas mask pattern or something, I'll be like, oh, hey, yeah, here you go, here's the link. But if they're like, how do I build an entire Krieg cosplay? I'm like, here you go, here's some info for you. It's called Krieg 101 by I'm Warrior Cosplay. My Krieg 101 video makes me very happy because I'm really proud of it. Now, I tell you what, I like this. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot, but I need to do the green. Now, I'm not going to do the green on this stream. That's a hell of a saying. I'm not going to do the green on this stream, but we have got about half an hour left. And let me just... We have got about half an hour left. And I do really want to, like, have a quick look over it really slowly. Like, slowly look around it and be like, where have I missed? What do I need to do? Things like that. There's a little bit in there I've missed. I might have to have a look at that. In there is done. That's done. Tell you what, I'm really happy with this handle. The look here. Now, it's a bit sticky because obviously it's just finished, but it'll get less sticky. But I really like that. Just got to watch out with it because when I wrap 2mm like this, I grip it quite a bit, and sometimes it'll start flattening it out, and like the edges will start creasing a lot, and I have to be like really careful with it. Now, in terms of this bit, I'm going to do it much darker. It's not going to stay this green. It's going to be a much darker green. Another child of a family. My dad was in the military, and I showed him your photos, and he said, just amazing. Oh, that's awesome. I really appreciate that. That's so cool. About half an hour. Half an hour. Do I do it? I'm trying to think whether I do it or not. A lot of green, and I'd have to do both sides and the top. There was a part of me that was just going to wash this and not do another layer of green and just make it darker. But I'm worried about this lot showing through. Actually, do you know what? Let's just do that. Yep, let's just do it. I've got that. Let's flip you over. I'm no longer working on that, and we're going to work on this end. Wow. I am going to mix up some black and some brown, and we are going to do a very light wash, and then a very heavy wash, and then a very pigmented. Now, That's already quite dark. I'm going to use Van Dyke. So I'm going to use Van Dyke Brown. And I'm going to use Mars Black. I'm going to use a very, very awesome brush. I'm going to use this. This is my fan brush. And I really do like my fan brush. But, hold on. Do you know what? Let's put that cap over that. No cap. Put that over that. Put that over there. How do I get... you know what? Let's bring this over. I don't normally like moving this. Let's just bring this over, and I'm going to just dump a bunch of water near my mouse. Such an idiot. I didn't get any on my mouse, but it's just really close to my mouse. And the electrical sockets that's here. So, yeah, bit of a silly billy, but it's fine. Right then. Right then. I've mixed this up. It's very... Oh my god. It's very pigmented. So I might have to check how pigmented it is before I do anything. Do you know what? I can do that. That's not a problem. Cool. I always worry about how pigmented it is, and I'm worried that if I just slop it on, it'll immediately fuck it up. So, it's time. Just running this along here and around here. Run it along. Oh, good. It's already coming through. That's really nice. So, what this is going to do now is take the value of the green down, make it darker. Like that. I like to let it sit for a little bit. Normally, when I do washes, I will go ba ba ba, and it'll come off, and that's it. And I've pinched multiple things from my dad's old kit for Coldplays. That's incredible. So I'm gonna do this all the way around. Yeah, I'm happy with this. So, what do you think of that? Just that one pass. What do you think of that? Genuinely. Right, so the next thing to do now is dry it. Because if you don't dry it and you go for another pass, you'll take up what you've just done, and that's it. It'll be ruined. My phone just vibrated. I don't know who it is. It's Yanovich. Yep, cool. So I'm going to dry this. Now, obviously, you can see where it's different, but obviously this is wet. That's why it shows up on camera a lot better. But when you do the next layer and it's more pigmented, I always do tend to leave a little bit of water on there, especially around the edges. There we go. Oh, that already... Okay. Now, you might think, that doesn't look much different. You've dried it and it's different now. Let me just get rid of some of these. And it looks a bit different now and it doesn't look quite as good and yada, yada, yada. This is the difference. This is what happens. This, that. So this, shiny, clean, obviously patches all through it, whatever, to that. Grimdark, sexy, kind of, I love it. And now I'm going to do heavy around this. And I'll pull it up this way. But I'll keep it heavy around that, so I'll do a bit more around this. And I'll pull it up again. This time, I'll take less off. So now I'm just dabbing this far more gentle. Leaving a lot more of the pigment on. Then you come to dry it again. Now, the drying process around this bit's going to take a little bit of time, this bit here. But it's not a problem. Just got to keep steady. Don't put the heat gun too close to the foam. especially if you've used roof sealer. If you use tungsten roof sealer, the heat can make the roof sealer bubble up, and it has to be really intense heat. If you leave it in your car, it's not going to do anything. You'll be fine. It's tungsten roof sealer. It's designed to be on roofs of sheds and stuff, so you're fine. Now this is pretty sexy. Now, I'm going to grab just pigment on this side now. There's just a bunch of pigment here. I'm going to do a bunch around here. And some around the edge here, where there'd be like chain oil. How do I lurk? You just stay here and lurk. I don't know. The exclamations I used to have don't work anymore. There was a system, even on YouTube, I had a system in place where you could type in like exclamation mark lurk and stuff like that, and it would be like they have gone into the warp and whatever. But it doesn't work for some reason. I don't know why. But there you go. Exclamation mark lurk. You're lurking. It's all good. I'm cool with you lurking. You lurk away. Now then. My plan with this now is you get this paintbrush with just water. And then you can start scrubbing. Only a little bit. And only in certain areas. Get it, you know, of course, get some parts of it wet and everything, but scrub some of it, because what will happen is it will react. I almost took the original black there. It will reactivate the washes that you've done, and it will give you a really cool weathered effect. Now you have to remember the kind of things you did on this side, because you got to remember to do them on the other side. And sometimes your boy here forgets. I'm going to just dry this and then pull. Oopsie daisy. Caught in the tooth of the chain. So, gonna rub a few specific areas that I want to be a little bit greener. There's a bit here that I'm not overly keen on. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do it in circles. That's better. I know the microphone's shaking like crazy. I'm so sorry. I'm trying not to put my fingers on it because I did that last time. I'm going to put a little bit more there. Now, there's a bit here that isn't taking pigment very well. So I'm just going to dirty it down and not dab much off at all. There we go. Nice. A little bit more. There we go. Now, there was a part of me I was going to do like blood splatters and stuff on it, but I'm not going to. The top of the chainsword, on the other hand, I'm just going to grab this, dirty it down, one coat, one quick and simple coat like that. And then dab fungo. Yeah, stroke it, big boy. And then it should be quite nice. Yeah, I like that. Obviously, it needs to dry. Let me dry it. Ah, you retracted your message, but then typed it again. I'm really happy with how that looks. The difference is clean, dirty. Now, I really like how this looks. Let's continue. I'm going to flip it over. Doing some acrobatics here. There we go. And if I'm right, those go there. Oh, did one fall? Oh, wait, bollocks. No, fine. I've got it here. So, next up, let's get some black and some brown again. Some Mars black. Van Dyke brown. Some water. How you doing, Fungo? Welcome, by the way. Sorry. How you doing? I'm just finishing off painting this Warhammer 40k style Chainsword for my cosplay for an event called Fantasy Forest, which is coming up very soon. And I very much want to have it ready and weathered because I painted it, but I didn't paint everything. I didn't do the handle or anything. I've done the handle on this stream tonight, so the handle's now done, so I'm really happy with that. But now I'm just weathering. Well, I say weathering, griming up really, just making it all dirty and grimy. Dirty and grimy. Do you know, I'll get that as well. I'll do the same on the other side. Nice. Looks awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I do a few props and stuff. Being a cosplayer. God, this tissue's dying already. Right, okay. Now, as much as I want this to be roughly the same as the other side, what I'm planning on doing is not doing too much this side to try and balance it out so it's not identical. Normally I do try and make it identical, but you know, not everything is identical. Still going to give it a much heavier weathering on this side, but I'm still not going to do it the exact same. Let's get some more pigment. And I'll weather the middle here. So, not long now, chat, until stream is over. I have got a surprise waiting for me at home. I'm very excited for it. My girlfriend has decided to surprise me. I don't know what it is. So, fingers crossed. It's not something insane, but we'll see. I have an inkling. I know what it is, and I'm a little bit, not scared, but like, I'm a little bit like nervous, if you will, because it possibly something I've wanted for a very long time, for many years, in fact. So we'll see how it goes. See how it goes when I get home. Do you know what? Let's weather that super quick as well, just to get it a bit darker. That looks much better. I'm going to do the same on the other side, just super quick and dirty. Dun, dun, dun. Do you know what? I don't know. That's the thing. She surprises me with so much awesome stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know. I know this is kind of off camera, but I just need to get a bunch of angles that I haven't gotten before. Need to get a bunch of like angles and stuff. Sometimes it's okay to just, you know, do it on the side on stream, but now because I'm getting near the end, I want to just make sure I get all the angles and clean up the edges. There we go. Nice. So it looks grimdark and awesome. But then once I seal this, fingers crossed, it will look even better. They'll be all sealed and shiny. Do you know what? I'm really happy with that. Really happy with that. Nice. Need to not go over the top with the weathering and stuff, but I'm really happy with this. And look, chat, we're coming up to the end of stream. Oh my god. This is literally the best timing. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with how this is looking. Nice. Right, let's give this one last blowgun. Heat gun even, not blowgun, you bloody idiot. Very cool. Hold on. A little bit there I'm not keen on. There we go. There's a bit there I wasn't overly happy with. Right, okay. So. Ooh, wow, I've really tangled this up, haven't I? Bloody hell. Right, okay. Let's untangle this. There we go. Right. Now, let's grab a little bit of this silver. I'm just going to tap it on my finger. Over the darkened gear piece here. Give that a bit of nice. Very happy with that. Looks very grimy, very 40k like. Very happy with this. Do you know what? I didn't think I'd get the whole thing done tonight, but I'm really happy with that. This needs a full wash now on the engine side of things, and then I can seal it. But right now, we're done with this portion. So we're going to jump back to the main part of the stream. Hello, this is where we are. So this is it. To show you guys. Cool as that. I like how it's darkened down. It's not too bright either. I like it. I think the silver really like makes it pop. Obviously, it's in the light. It kind of looks better in the light, but it's hard to show on camera because this light, the studio light is so bright. But that's what it looks like. I will take the thumbnail after. Thumbnail will be pretty good. Now, for those of you, by the way, thank you so much for being here, all of you, genuinely, even if you were here for but a moment. Even if you were here for but a moment, I really appreciate you being here. We have got one last thing to do, and I will very much be excited to see what people's reactions are, but we'll see. I have something special to announce, and I'm hoping that you guys are as excited as I am. So, the Pengler, Tom Does Stuff, Fungo, even if you're interested, Bob, High Definition Bob, and Sammy, if everybody's here, let me know in chat. Give me a hi or a here or present or whatever you want to say. You're here, hi Pengler. So, move back a little bit. Now, this is my Deathcore of Krieg style chainsword. It's very, thank you again for the idea with the copper handle, by the way. I'm still umming and ahhing about whether to darken that down more. We'll see before Fantasy Forest. But as of right now, I'm happy with the leather handle and everything. These are really cool. And I built a bunch of these. People love these. Well, I have one left. And it has been possibly going to be turned into something, but instead now it's up for grabs. So if somebody would like to buy this, this is an Iron Warrior cosplay, Warhammer 40k style chainsword. It is ready for cosplay, but all it needs is paint, obviously. And I leave this unpainted for whoever wants to paint it, whatever colors you want. Obviously, just so you know, the handle is different. So they're exactly the same length. They're exactly the same machine, right? But the difference being the guard here, there isn't a guard on this one, and the handle isn't wrapped, okay? Now, this is what they look like. They're identical in every single way. That's what I love about them. It is available if you guys want it. I know, Tom, you've already made one. That's why I didn't want to say anything. I couldn't say, but you've already made one, Tom, because otherwise it would just give it away. But the Pengler, if you're interested, send me a DM on Discord. I'll get back to you most likely tomorrow or tomorrow night. I'll let you know. But if you're interested, I'll let you know how much they are, including postage to wherever you are. Let me know. And yeah, so message me on Discord. This is my last one for now. Obviously, I'll make more at some point, but this is the last one. It was supposed to go to somebody else, but they decided to pull out. They decided they weren't quite ready for it, which is fine because I didn't build it for them. I just built it to sell. So it's my last one for a long time. So I'll consider you, Pengler, the person who wants it the most. You can message me on Discord. And I will talk to you there. But yeah, you'll be able to do this kind of cool stuff with it. You'll be able to paint it up, make it all look all fancy. It's all grand like that. Obviously, if you guys are interested in Warhammer 40k props and stuff like that, I do sell patterns for the props I build on Etsy. They are available. They're PDFs, and they're all scaled perfectly. When you print them, a lot of people have issues with it, but if you print them from, for example, Adobe PDF viewer or like Adobe Acrobat or whatever, or if you open them up in a different program, I would suggest using Acrobat or like a PDF like reader for Adobe or something. You don't have to buy it, they're free. Just open that, and when you print it, just print like at scale, just as it is. You don't need to change it. The reason being is I've worked it out that a sheet of A4 in the UK, obviously, and a sheet of A4 in the US are different sizes. But the way I've done it is if you just print it at the standard size, on UK sheets, it'll be perfect corner to corner. It'll be like, you'll see the markers and they'll be perfect corner to corner. But if you print them on the US sheet, it'll still print it the correct size, but it'll fit on the sheet a little bit different. But it'll still be the exact size. It'll still be the accurate size. Someone decided to change the sizing to get it to fit a US sheet of paper, and it essentially became a Space Marine size sheet sword. So don't do that. Just leave the size as it is, and it'll print out perfectly every single time. There are markers, by the way, little black and white markers on every sheet. So if you print one out, just print a piece of the pattern out and measure it with like a ruler. If they're 10 millimeters by 10 millimeters, then your sizing is perfect, because that's why I've put markers on them. Thanks so much, Tom, by the way. I really appreciate that. But from me, Iron Warrior Cosplay, can I just say thank you so much for being here? Really, really, really appreciate it. Like I said, this was an earlier stream. We did 6 instead of 7. but it was still a 2-hour stream. So I now have to pack everything up and head home. I'm looking forward to seeing what my surprise is. We'll see what happens. But for now, from me, Iron Warrior Cosplay. From me, Iron Warrior Cosplay. Before you go, can you remember happy birthday? What's your mum's name? Give me your mum's name. I'll absolutely wish your mum a happy birthday. That's not a problem. That'd be amazing, the Pengler. That's so cool. I have done birthday stuff before, but I've not. What's your mum's name? Tell me your mum's name, and I hope, God, when? No way! So cool. My girlfriend's mum's called Wendy. Hi, Wendy. I'm Armor Cosplay. I want to wish you a massive happy birthday. Hope you have an amazing day. The Pengler is a legend. So if you need some money or anything, go to him. He's got the dosh because he's gonna buy this. And this is for you on your birthday. But no, seriously, happy birthday, Wendy. Have an amazing day. I hope that was okay, the Pengler. Let me know. We also wait with bated breath to hear about your surprise. Yes, I'm really excited. Damn right. Open the birthday card. Just loads of cash. But no, seriously, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The Pengler, like I said, send me a message. Let me know. But for me, Iron Warrior Cosplay, I am really, really excited to go home and see what's what. But if you haven't already, please join the Discord. Have a look. It's really awesome. And of course, much like Moddy, who subscribed tonight, if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It means a lot. I've recently lost a bunch of subscribers, and it's kind of like, oh, man. So, yeah, we'll see what it is. I hope it's not the content I produced. I just hope they just decided to unfollow. But anyway, from me, Iron Warrior Cosplay, thank you so much for being here. I shall see you all again on the next stream. Bye for now.